So find corners is basically one of the biggest things we want to do. Here we have two images, and I want to be able to find features in this one that are kind of have repeatable nature, and that would actually mean let's start looking for corners. So the key property that we want to look for is in the region and around a corner, image gradient has two or more dominant directions. I'll explain what that means in a minute. And also the basic thing is corners are repeatable and distinctive within a local region of an image. Why is that the case? Let's demonstrate by a simple set of examples. Let's look at this simple image, basically white with a corner and a black region here. Let's just look at different differential information just in the region right here. I moved this region by a local neighborhood just by a bit. And since it's black, by looking at the differentials in the window that I just moved, here, there is no change in direction of the gradient intensity in those windows that I just moved in. So a flat region, there is no corner, there is no feature, and therefore there are no change in directions. It's something which I cannot use as a feature. Let's look at this. Now I'm going to do the same thing which I did with this one, except now I'm going to do it at an edge between the white and black. If I just move this window briefly, as you notice, I just did that. Again, I'm moving this window, repeating it again. In this case, yes, there is a gradient change, but there is only change when I move from white to black. But there is no change when I take this window and move it up and down the edge. So no change along the edge direction, but yes, a lot of change in this direction, but not in this direction. So that doesn't allow me to kind of have the characteristic I want. We looked at in the previous example of the Picasso image, and we noticed that too. In this case, let me do the same, but now I'm going to move this detector and move it in both an X and Y around the corner. If you notice, in this corner, changes are in all directions. Just looking at it again, the changes, any X change, any Y change, the gradient changes would happen. So in essence, we recognize a point by looking through a small window, which is what we're doing here, and shifting a window in any direction causes a large change in intensity as I move it around. And it's that large change in intensity is what I really want to be able to look at.